that have experience in all types. You guys can ask us anything from what we know, from what you think we know, to what you think we have no idea about,
or how we did stuff over
Get in here! Get in here!
Yeah, come in here. Come in here.
Yes, bring all your friends! Bring the entire
Show it to
hallway!
your parents. Show it to your friends. With Cosplay magic, the fun never ends.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
No, it's not a secret, nor is it safe. You are, as soon as you walked in here, you will realize this is not safe. This is not
Yeah, we're not safe.
This is not a safe haven.
We will bite.
We also accept donations of muffins that contain chocolate chips that I did not
Yes.
Would you like to sit up?
I'll just take chocolate chips.
You're a cosplayer expert, and we're gonna you.
I like how you say that.
Alright, so any questions for anybody?
How come there wasn't a cosplay contest for the adults yesterday?
Because we couldn't find enough judges because everything was
for a while.
Okay, yeah, I
It's
have
not
no
safe.
idea what was going on with that
Yay.
because when I was asking for that, one of the contexts was like, Discord, do you want to round up people and run the panel? I'm like, I don't even know what the panel's about, so no, I don't want to be in charge.
We're all in this together.
I know not to try and captain a sinking ship.
We are, we're all
Yeah, exactly. One captain already drowned, two don't need to.
Alright, any other questions?
This entire panel, I'm just gonna be taking somewhere.
Yeah, just ask a random question.
I can fire
Just
this off.
ask us random stuff. Anything you guys want to know?
really weird. You're from Minnesota.
Yes,
How'd
you.
get to the St. Louis Bronies.
I'm from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Which one of
I
us?
live
All
in
of
St.
us?
Charles.
Guys, guys, we have a question. What was our hardest cosplay?
My hardest cosplay was my Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Originally, I was gonna get a wig, but I didn't have the time nor the funds, so I decided to use my actual hair, which is a mistake.
Now, do you mean like hardest as in like the hardest to put together or the most painful to wear?
Both.
That too.
Hardest cosplay to put together would be this one right here.
But you did an amazing job.
The most
Yeah.
painful to wear would be my Jack Sparrow one, mainly because I'm wearing a girdle of belts with a flintlock and a sword. Sitting down is not an option.
For me, what I felt was the hardest and the hottest. Oh my gosh. I cosplayed Chihiro Fujisaki from Danganronpa, and she has, they have a jacket, a shirt, 2 petticoats, because the skirt is supposed to be like this big, and then shoes that if you walk like more than a mile, your feet are like done. So that was the most painful.
100 miles
And then this is probably the hardest to make.
But I made it.
Yeah, well made.
That just like looks incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What about you two?
I made it. Oh my god, it looks so
My hardest cosplay to put together was probably God Tier Car Cat Mantis from Homestuck.
Oh, yeah. Cosplay in home.
Yes. Like my cape, this cape thing that I made, me and Jen, we turned what used to be a couch cover into like capes and hoods, and that was an adventure, and there was lots of fabric everywhere.
At least you got to wear a t-shirt. I had to sew my entire little robe thing.
Yeah. My hardest to wear though, I'm probably gonna say is stocking. If you know what that.
Are you
Yeah.
angel version?
No, just the regular version.
Oh.
And not because it was hard to put together, because I just bought my dress online, but the wig, that wig, I'm never wearing long wigs again because it tangles like no other. And I've only worn it to 2 cons, and I don't want to look at the thing because it's such a terrible rat's nest right now.
Three's the limit.
Oh yes, I do
It's
too.
a rat's nest.
I know the problem of long,
like that.
luscious wigs. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't wear.
Yeah, they get
By the way, guys, for those of you who don't know, that's his actual hair.
This is not a wig.
Black hair is his actual
ahead.
hair. It's not a
I
wig.
can braid it?
Your hair is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Here's Bertha fur.
The only long wig I actually wear is for Jack Sparrow, and that's just because I'm not dreading this.
Don't think too long.
And it's too soft and silky too.
The hardest one for me
She's
to put
braiding it.
together
Yeah, I
is
know.
actually Chrissy. I'm not wearing the whole thing right now.
Yeah.
I
Clearly
have a
Sunday
pretty-
is the day where we're just like, okay, yeah, if we have the time and energy, we'll put it on. If not, we're just halfway wearing.
That was yesterday.
The
I
only
wore
thing
a
I
bottom
really
mask
missing
and
from
a
this
tutu
costume is the
and
dress.
a jacket.
I
It was
just kind
perfect.
of use the cape as a makeshift skirt right now. My hardest to wear, I guess my Alexis costume from Yu-Gi-Oh! Mainly because I bought it online and it came in way too small, thus it begins to dig into the armpits and I suffocate my left arm with the dual disc. It's just not fun.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna order cosplays online, make sure you have the right measurements that they
Yeah,
get.
especially if it's from
Yeah.
China, because they're like
I mean that-
sticks.
I mean that literally.
And especially if you're gonna do something like Deadpool, because just getting an inch too small, for me, from experience, you will be going all the time. But speaking of,
I do that with my Alexis's turtleneck all the time, so I know the pain.
yeah,
I did that with my
yeah.
full
Speaking of
Alchemist
Deadpool,
outfit.
that cosplay of mine is probably the easiest for me to wear, and I also feel like I'm completely naked.
What about the bathroom in it? Wouldn't that be hard?
Oh yeah, that's the only hard part because I have to. I didn't go for the crotch zipper because I'm like, okay, yeah, that's just gonna bring attention to a spot that does not need attention brought to it.
Yeah, girl, would you do that?
So I pretty much, whenever I have to use the bathroom, and especially on the occasions where I'm like, I really gotta go, I'm like, quick, unzip me, I have to go.
Basically, that's how it is with this my Chrissy dress. It's like, yeah, you're gonna have to untie the corset, unzip it, and then I have to get out of it to get in, and then we have to get myself back out. Luckily, I have not had to do it with the con, except when I'm getting out of my costume.
I do
I'm like,
recommend.
get it done now. I need to go.
I do recommend if you're gonna wear a cosplay like Deadpool with spandex, make sure you have a cup because 4 layers of underwear still's not quite enough.
Yeah, you need something to make sure there's no distinct lines.
Yes. We had a friend who at Anime St. Louis last year, he cosplayed Aimless Renegade from Homestuck. I don't know if he was aware of that, but the body is all black. And so he went with a black morph suit and then didn't wear enough. He didn't wear anything.
Some precaution tape.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
wearing
it fell off.
Yes. And
Oh, I saw him.
it was terrifying.
He was playing Mafia with us.
Yeah, if you wear more suits and like skin tight suits, please, and you're a guy, please make sure to like get a cup. I would say a dance belt, but honestly, that's just like a really uncomfortable jock strap. But speaking of, that's what they used to wear on Star Trek because their pants were so tight.
Yes.
Can we just talk about,
There you go.
for the women of the group, binding?
Yes.
Oh.
She has a whole adventure with finding a binder.
Oh, I do.
Ace bandages are a no-no.
Like,
I
Don't
know,
do
I
it.
tried that and it's
Oh,
terrible.
that would get so itchy, wouldn't it?
No, since they're meant for swelling and you're breathing, it just
Oh.
slowly constricts more and more and more.
Yikes.
and sometimes there are times when I just give up on binding. Like my Chihiro cosplay.
That's good to know because I was
is-
gonna try and do Ichigo's final get to a Tensho form one day, and if I didn't find the right stuff, I was just gonna use Ace Band.
Especially if you don't have the right size, because I got the ones that were too small, because the store didn't have the bigger size that's actually for chest injuries and stuff. And it got smaller and smaller, and then it like rolled down, and then it was like constricting me right here, and I was like, oh my god.
I'm
Yeah.
going to die. And like sometimes though, if you don't wear binding in a costume that requires binding, there will be those snotty cosplayers who go, oh, you're supposed to have binding. And more times than not, those are the people who have flat chests and don't understand why you wouldn't bind.
Seriously.
I've had many misadventures. with that.
Seriously, if a person complains about you missing one itsy bitsy tiny detail, they're not worth your attention. I'm just saying this. Trust me, my horn and ears are covered in glue, and if they point it out, I'll be like, malfunctions happen. I'm not making a new set.
Finding device.
What you can and
Finding
my
a
friends
binding.
did.
Yesterday, the second one since I heard.
And I just re-glued it last night.
Any other questions?
Yeah, anyone else have a question?
Just shout it out.
Hannah, why didn't you tell people where not to buy a wig?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay,
Come on, where are we?
Alright, so, don't buy wigs at Party City.
Ever.
Don't do
Ever
it.
buy ever.
Don't
Don't
buy
do it.
Halloween
My
wigs
mom
that you
would
get around this time.
Yeah,
No.
we had a school thing, and so thankfully we
Don't
were
go
paying
to
with
the Dollar
school money
Tree
for
for
it,
it either.
and we got a
Maybe
rainbow
one of
wig.
Because that's what I did. All
It
this.
was the absolute worst wig ever. It feels like plastic, and and there's not enough layers of the hair, so you can see the wig cap through it all over the place. It's a terrible idea, and it was $20. I'm so glad we didn't actually pay for it with real money that matters.
Yeah, the wig I actually had for my Jack Sparrow one was actually like a werewolf thing. It had like a plastic werewolf mask. I just cut the mask part off, and it was like falling out and so thin that I actually had to sew extra hair into it.
I was asked to lend one of my own wigs to my sister for something, and I'm so finicky about letting her touch it. Because they got her a wig from a store, and it was just like 3 lines of bad, flaky black hair. Like, she would hold it up. You could see down to her scalp if you put it on her head. It's just like, that is horrible. She would just drag it on the ground. Like, no, no touching.
Also, one thing a lot of people like to do, like with some wigs, is like if they have like characters that have like different colored streaks in your hair. One thing I recommend before you go that extra step to dyeing it is I would invest in hair extensions first.
Yeah, those are good.
That way,
That's a great
if you're
idea.
unhappy with how it turns out, you can always remove it. Also, some wigs, you know,
They're
depending
too
on
thin and they'll just
Yeah.
fall right out.
and some wigs, depending on what they're made out of, won't dye right, because when Jane was trying to make her Cadence wig, the first wig she had,
Oh, yeah.
it was made out of this like wire plastic stuff that, you know, was not quite hair-like. So when she was putting the yellow in, the next day, half that yellow just dripped out,
I remember that.
and it would not hold. So
Because plastics don't
Hello.
die.
Yes. Speaking of
Hello.
that,
Speaking of die.
we were just talking about your
Basically-
Cadence wig and how you tried dyeing it once, and how we were recommending hair
Oh,
extensions.
God.
It was, if you have multicolored, if you have a certain base hair color and you want a different color.
They're on the panel, right?
Pretty much.
Yes.
You're
One
welcome.
of you can scoot down to the center of the table, and one of you can be over there, or one of us can switch seats, so you guys can be next to each other, because you have to be next to each other at all times.
The cadence and shining armor are inseparable.
We
Oh,
really
right now we're
Just-
just
just sit on
Jane
the
You
and
still see them.
like
halfway neon lights.
Jane
I'm
and
like,
Michael,
halfway,
thanks.
Chrissy.
for those of you who don't
I'm
really
not wearing
recognize
the
them
ball
by
gown.
their face, this was our boss, Cadence, in shining armor. And they were running around, sweating their butts off the entire night.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
So I hope
The Princess of Smiling and Waving.
Here, I'll scoot down.
No, that's Twilight.
That's Twilight. I'm joking.
Good scooting
You're
buggies.
not taking the chairs with you. You were supposed to take the chairs with you around the corner.
Hey, Jane, Michael, Candy.
So I
Oh,
have
come
to
now, you don't have
apologize.
to do that.
The reason why
All
I'm
the
not
time.
cosplay is because you
Yeah.
grew up and we
We
literally
got up
had
late
to-
this morning.
It's Sunday,
that's
we
why.
understand.
I wanted a ball gown and I'm still dying.
Oh, wait. So
Let's do
I had
all
a
of it.
surprise in my wig, and like no one's really noticed it so far, but in my wig, I've been keeping a magnifying glass this entire time.
Okay, I want to test
I know
something
that.
now.
You want to see if you can hide it in your hair?
I highly doubt it then.
Jen, can you do it? Let's see.
Oh,
Hold on.
The fail is strong.
Discord has become
What are you trying to do?
resilient.
Sort of. Maybe.
She won't be able to.
But go back to wigs. Even in
Oh,
even in Amazon wig,
Yeah.
Party City.
Okay.
Never
let's
see it
just
again.
talk about
Okay,
the
you
contrast.
found $10 wigs on eBay that are really good
There
quality.
you go.
Even has some good
Gotta
quality
do
wigs
it.
I've heard from friends.
It's a mystery.
If you're looking to get a high quality wig, there's a bunch of different websites for it. I personally enjoy Arda wigs, which is a really popular one. And this,
I have
this right
one.
here is an Arda, and
Just talk.
Oh, that's-
Everyone's just talking.
this was this was an art. This was the jet. And what I did is on the back, you can see a little bit of a different coloring. I used a Sharpie for it. I don't recommend that idea. But
It looks good though.
I use the Sharpie bleeds a lot. So if you're gonna use like a Sharpie die, I just went through and just pull my hand out.
And Molly can talk to you about dyeing your hair with spray dye for a costume.
This here is
That's what I did with my daughter, and by morning it was gone because I sprayed it the night before and it was just gone in the morning. I'm like,
Molly
screw
had
it.
to use. What did you use?
I used the shower cap to keep it from getting over everything while I slept.
It got all over your shirt and your neck and your forehead.
Yeah, this
You
here
had a
is-
lovely shade of purple.
This here I just picked up from oh, it was freaking hilarious.
You were glowing
You looked
pink.
like a turnip.
Oh, that's so polite, Discord.
I think
Molly
she's
the
like,
turnip
I think
princess.
she's gonna drop the sweetie belt and not be so sweet now.
Molly, you're a
That's
Harvest
vicious
Moon
battle.
character. Molly, you're a Harvest Moon character.
But
God.
Oh
Yeah.
God, you're a turnip.
but so this here is actually spray dye.
Dictionary.
And every morning, like, I'd fall asleep with it, and like, for some, I would expect the lower half to be gone, but no,
Yes,
like the
we're all
top
trying to
half
move in our way.
was all
I
gone.
also remember last
trying to
year
keep your
coming
head
through the
down.
rain, you're like, no, no.
Yeah, spray dyes will come out with water, so be very careful with
Well,
that.
it was
They do,
Sunday,
yeah.
actually, you were running in, it's like, no, it can't get wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is that the real Discord would be like that too.
Yeah.
No, I can't get wet. I pull out a little umbrella. No.
My cutest twig that I
I sits there and won't move.
I think you'd like walk past and not notice it, and
Trying
then
to
like,
talk.
oh, sorry.
It's okay. My cadence wig that I got, I actually bought a custom off of this lovely lady on Etsy who does custom wigs, and it wasn't too bad even for custom. I think it was, I want to say $130, which isn't terrible for a custom wig.
Especially with all those multiple colors that actually were correctly layered, not.
But I was so tired of looking up cadence wigs and finding something that was like all yellow with a little bit of
The
pink and purple at
at
the very bottom where you couldn't even really see it. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it right.
Again, hair extensions would also come in handy if you were to just buy a pink one.
And if you saw her
Just add your
at
own hair in?
if you saw her at the Crystal Ball, she looked stunning. She had this amazing dress with roses, and she was glowing. She was so pretty, and she was with the kids, and she
As
was
you're
perfect.
making her turn a lovely shade of pink right now.
She's a turnip.
She's good at that.
No, she's a strawberry.
She would be Pinkie Pie.
I'm Cadence.
No, I'm Cadence.
Oh my god, I was dying when I saw that picture of this girl. It was all.
We're all
We're
cadence. We're all cadence.
I think you like that. I was like at 2, 3 in the morning,
Hey,
maybe.
check under your chair. We're all cadence.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's on the famous phrase.
It just says I'm Cadence.
I even tagged him in it.
You're gonna turn into an internet meme.
Yes, please. Turn
Last
it
time
into a
we did
meme,
bees
people.
last time? Yeah, last time I did Whose Line it was bees. Like that was like 4
That was years ago.
That was like 4 years ago. I did it once as Jack Sparrow, and it carried all the way over into my second year of Deadpool.
And now you're gonna be Cadence forever. Now I'm gonna see Discord cosplaying as Cadence. Who's with me? Happen.
By the
I
way,
will let you borrow my wig.
There.
As an inside,
You're also voted to be Cadence.
as a joke amongst the people that were part of the Crystal Ball cast, we were originally going to get our Discord a maid outfit.
Oh my
I
god.
know he doesn't do windows.
You
that
told me that.
You have
is
one?
still on the
I
table.
will bring it with here. We are going to get a maid
Well,
that was
I already got one.
But sadly, it never ended up happening.
I got part of the apron, but
Probably
that's about
next
it.
And
Boss
he-
had a maid outfit, but we forgot to bring it.
And he doesn't do windows.
No, I don't.
So curious, how many people were here last year for Cosplay as Magic? Yay.
2, 3.
Three whole
4.
people. Yeah, last year we were
1, 2,
like, let's
3,
fly by the seat of
up.
our pants because someone asked us at like the last possible second. Hey,
Wait.
Jake,
That
hi.
was with Connor too,
That was
right?
with me. Actually, 2 weeks before. 2 weeks before the con came. Actually, no, it was like a week and a half before the con started. I approached Lee Howard and I'm like, "Hey, is somebody doing cosplay as Magic? Because it doesn't look like anybody scheduled for it." He's like, and she's like, "Yep, you."
That almost happened to me yesterday with the
Children's cosplay.
yes, because I was asking about that, and I'm like, well, what's that about? It's like, Discord, do you want to go find people to run that panel? And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing in this panel. So judging.
I was
Oh,
judging.
my God.
Like, that's for
This is
children
for
only,
judging.
when every
There's
other
not enough-
cosplayer was
There's
like
not enough chocolate
with
brain.
adults.
Does anybody have questions?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Can we have a contest here?
This coming March, she's going to enter her first contest, so could each one of you give her a point of advice?
This is her first attempt at cosplay.
Do your
Stand
own
up,
thing.
let us see it.
Don't conform to standards. Do your own thing. Make it your
Can I
own.
just say, I've been saying this all day. She's the cutest thing ever.
Yay! I realize I'm
What
not
is your
letting her
name?
go.
I'm just apologizing. What is your name?
And your vinyl strap?
Is it gonna be at a con?
She's
Yeah,
adorable.
play
It's
it.
a nice
Those are
casual
very
vinyl
cute.
strap.
So,
That's vinyl? That actually. Yeah. One thing, just to enhance it.
Are those beats?
Yeah.
Jesus. Those things are expensive.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
agree.
like,
They were birthday,
Like,
That's all I would say is just something that would keep on just
Like, you can't get them anymore.
That's the name of the OC.
I know some regular stickers aren't too much of a movie, but depending on what kind of contest you're entering, if you're just find like the standard, like just walk-on contest, you find if you're just
I would just put a
higher
horseshoe
end
on
one.
it.
I'm not sure if you're wearing like a hairnet underneath that or not, but that, oh, you are? Good.
okay,
Wait, caps. Save everything.
I have a question.
question.
I have, so, I'm gonna shamelessly plug this. Next weekend, Saturday, there is a convention called Anime Getaway. It's $5 at the door, and they're having a huge voice actor named Tom Habercorn, and he does.
He
Todd
is telling
Habercorn.
it. Best is Death the Kid, Italy, and Natsu and Iko are the top 4 I know. Fairy Tale, Death.
That's next weekend, and also, I may or may not have a panel.
Where is it
Yeah,
at?
where next
Gateway
weekend?
Center.
Gateway Center.
Gateway
It's
Center.
in Collinsville, Illinois.
You should come.
Wait,
Yeah,
Gateway
it's
Center,
on.
like,
Yes, it's at the Gateway Center.
Collinsville, Illinois.
maybe half an hour away.
$5 at the door for 1 day.
Only $5 at the door,
And
yeah.
there'd be candles and vendor room and cosplay and
I
everything.
wanna see you again, you're cool.
Yeah.
I do have
What
a
time?
recommendation for
I
you.
don't remember off the top of my head, but.
I do have a recommendation. If you're gonna be in a masquerade type thing and it's not, if you're actually going for judging on your cosplay, they're gonna judge you down if you haven't made all of your pieces. So, like, right now, I mean, if you're just regular clothing, you probably would buy at a store. They would judge down for that. They judge higher if you've made that.
That's what we hear from you guys too.
Yeah.
Like, her bottles are bought, like the dress I own.
Jane,
I
I'm
bought,
very
but
surprised how
I
much it
made
turned out.
these pieces, my headpieces
I'm
were
very
made
shocked.
personally by a friend, I just painted them. And
That's
I also
for
helped
OC.
them.
Oh,
And like, I have to get out all day, which is why I will cost me.
I had a
Can you hear me, guys? Clap once. Can you hear me, guys? Clap 2 times.
Hey, that's actually not that bad.
Well, and that's
Everybody's
like
like,
almost
oh,
20
like, whoa,
minutes.
what's going on here?
Hey, kids, calm down.
We do not have rights, so we do actually have to compete with the collective crowd. I had to try to commission one. The first time, I filled up in like an hour. I want to throw candy a second time.
Yeah, don't get me.
I was waiting. She said, I opened it this time. Well, I was watching my clock. It's like 59 seconds.
You know, in
Keep it up
that
once.
window, if you're not in
Keep
that
it up 2
window.
times.
Okay, so I thought of something we could discuss. Alright, so if anybody knows about really cheap stores and places to buy cosplay bits, me and Jen found this one place called, it's a website called Shop Miss A, and everything on there is $1 and shipping is flat rate of $4,
And Pinky Star.
regardless of how many
Cameras
things you
do
buy.
not
So
need
they've got
candy.
tons of makeup and
Cameron gets
jewelry
candy.
and all sorts of accessories and other things, and everything's $1.
Yeah, it's not there.
Amazing.
They have the color of
Maybe not.
Now
for
in
the
3D.
camera. Well, my lipstick instantly wears off because it's not actual lipstick, it's a lip pencil. And it works well for my
Oh, they've
color.
got colored.
All right, yes.
That guy over there has a question.
Who is, like, out of every single My Little Pony character, who is your favorite?
Okay.
Magneto.
Magneto was.
Are you not familiar with that?
That was a meme. That was a meme for a while.
I personally like Pinkie Pie because
Oh,
she gets me when I'm not like
Hello?
focusing.
Alright, let's see what Christmas's favorite is.
All these squares make a circle.
Chrissy.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's actually, it's kind of tied in a way. Rainbow and Chrissy. I wanted to do a rainbow costume, but
That's really
I
funny.
never really got off on that.
Chrissy.
That's really funny because my two favorites are Fluttershy and Cadence.
I never really got off
I
on
would
Rainbow
never
Dash
guess.
as a costume as.
No?
What happened?
Because
I thought that it
crazy
was
hair
Applejack.
and finding a rainbow wig.
You mean everybody's favorite background pony?
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go. Here's the discussion about whether she's a background pony or not.
Give me something to throw.
Everybody's favorite
Is it background
pony has
pony?
to be vinyl.
No, don't throw.
I also like favorite background pony.
Yeah,
I think
toss the
a lot of us can
I
agree
need
That
with
is
Lyra,
very good.
Lyra though.
I didn't know they could like interpret it off of the drawing that I badly made.
Her background
Oh, it was
is between
amazing.
vinyl and
I love
not
it.
Yes, you were saying.
Vinyl.
What
you
were
saying
that they
Who am I making my?
Say that again.
Oh, that's
Guys,
adorable, too.
Guys, hold
Yeah.
on.
Who Chi-Chi is?
Question.
She does like a
You said that they downgrade on costumes
Oh
and
no.
store bought.
I haven't
Yeah.
Yeah, they look for
If you've,
craftsmanship, like making your own
If you've
clothes.
remembered,
Personally, because I know y'all
the,
see me, would you prefer me in my Assassin's cosplay or this?
I've only seen
I've only
I
seen you
don't
as
really
this,
hate it.
so.
I like you more
on
on
Facebook though.
I'd have to look at it again.
Because I can make that too.
I like this one better personally because I've seen your Assassin's cosplay, but I like this one.
Okay. Because I haven't made that
What's
too,
up?
so.
Let me make an addendum to the making
I haven't heard a
it.
lot of.
Making
I haven't
or
watched a lot of
altering.
animated
All
stuff.
of this was bought at Goodwill and altered. 2 pairs of pants cut apart and sewn together.
Okay, yeah, that's
Don't fall.
Alterations.
Are we table dancing now?
Yes, but and even this was a blanket.
That's
So,
tight. That's
yeah.
tight. That's tight.
It's not just, and that buy pieces and alter them,
Yeah.
that counts as craftsmanship.
Yeah.
And also like, you don't have to go to websites to get stuff. You can just run to a thrift shop, pick it up for like maybe under 30 bucks. And
Tags, oh my God, $20 in my pocket.
Yeah, maybe even if it's the same price though, if you go to get it judged at a con, they will give you much better points if you made it yourself.
But yeah, so
Otherwise,
this was a blanket, this was a pair of stockings, green blue jeans, and khakis.
Do the ninja
If they're
pose.
green,
Is
they're
it
green.
Ninja
So are they cyan jeans now?
Jennifer had a question. Jennifer, what was your question,
Ninja
sweetheart?
pose.
Oh, I was gonna
Green
say,
cake.
never,
Hold on, let's take your picture.
never underestimate the power of
Put it
Goodwill.
online, don't put a
Thank
picture
you.
on you.
Oh,
Because,
Goodwill saved me.
Daniel's
Goodwill
son.
is awesome, not just for pieces, but also for fabric, because you put it
Most things Oh, speaking of Goodwill, is this not the ugliest tie you've ever seen?
The chaos that's in that tie. It's ridiculous.
It's embodied in that tie is an abomination against nature.
He told me
That
that.
tie is an abomination against all other ties,
So
compared to the Christmas one.
I'm gonna guess that most people here at least saw my Flutterback cosplay.
Yes.
That was amazing.
I don't recognize you.
90% of that was all made by me, and it was my very first time making my own cosplay. I had my friend Brittany, who you probably saw as Princess Luna with the wings on her fingers.
And also,
She was also very nice.
Yeah. And,
Gorgeous.
but she helped me with the things that I wasn't quite sure what to do. But she's like, yeah, at least 90% of this was all by you. And I'm like, I feel so awesome. It was my very first time making my cosplay.
My one regret from yesterday is not asking you to say from Dracula the line, "I never drink wine," while you were wearing that outfit.
I'll wear it again.
You know, her thing was,
We're talking
I
about
can.
Oh,
We should have had her say, "Bitch, I eat people."
I'm a buck mothering vampire.
Guys,
Jesus wants a hog.
Oh, child. If we're talking, first
I got a
you.
question for Vinyl.
Yeah.
Why does Octavia have an Assassin's Creed costume but you don't?
I do have an Assassin's Creed costume. There's a reason for that people don't know about it. It's because I am so good
A
at
real
hiding.
assassin is never seen.
Seriously, I kid you not. Yesterday, people that know me well didn't even notice I was there until I said hi. Like, I feel like so
Well, then again,
loved.
you didn't have the blue hair, but
So I have
have
blue hair.
I noticed you.
Vinyl.
I'm having
You
really
noticed
my
my-
mic.
Vinyl. How did it feel to be spiked?
I
am
I'll
spiced
take your
though.
question in a second. I got something to say. We're gonna talk about handmade stuff. I just want.
Oh dear.
Don't die.
I'm not gonna die.
Balance. Hey,
Are you sure?
Yes. I just want to say this is like 100% handmade,
Holy crud.
and this took how long?
How long did it take you?
Months.
Well, it had been decided that she was going to be the pinky for the gala, and
We're
I
like,
think they just sent Jennifer into
Months.
gala dress, must make.
and
I'm not sure
then
which
my
one of you decided
shoes.
that you needed to do the gala dress.
Oh yeah, speaking of shoes.
I have cuts on my feet.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of shoes.
But she had a
wear a good pair of shoes.
Your question first, and then we'll get back to the shoe topic.
Okay.
Oh,
show that to the camera.
I want a picture.
Show that to the camera.
I gotta see that.
I'm going to get a picture of that.
Right there, hold it up for a second.
Come here,
Come on,
sir.
come on over here. The camera's right there.
That is awesome.
Get closer.
Yeah.
By the
Which
way,
clothes do
It's
you
like
want?
you and I merged together.
Hi, you two.
I know. Well, yeah, it's me transforming into you.
That is beautiful.
Everybody wants to buy anything, I don't know prices on, but
Okay, a quick question. Are you selling that?
you can buy it. Oh, that's nice.
How much?
It doesn't matter, really, I don't have prices. This is one of my better ones.
Start the bidding.
Please start with
Bid more.
Bid more.
by the way,
Seriously, I love that. That is too good.
You
Get.
haven't had a DeviantArt.
You have.
Yes, I do. Derpy X Doctor is my name on there.
Okay.
Derpy X Doctor at DeviantArt. Go check her
I
out.
am going to be checking that on my DA right here.
By the way,
Check a DeVito.
7.
by the way, for those of you who are at Discord today, Zen and Sean of JNF.
I check my DA on my phone. I'm a dork.
Hello. Hello.
You'll love this bag.
Vinyl was trying to say something.
For those of you who were here yesterday and went to Discord, Zen and Sean are part of a YouTube channel called JNF.
No,
No, it's called
Perspire of Insanity, but they're part of a YouTube show called JNF.
Yeah, used to be Jake and
And
Fun.
right now they're recording this entire panel, so you guys can check them out.
They recorded it last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're freaking awesome. Just go check them out.
The panel was 18 plus, but honestly, we put our show on YouTube all the time anyways. Always say is if you're gonna get butt.
age inappropriate.
Oh, I don't. I only have
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't bad. It wasn't
Well,
bad.
the only reason we had to put it as 18 plus is because of how
I
much
got
cussing.
Sharpies, but they're behind them.
Well, not just cussing, we make sexual references too.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Follow my finger.
Turn around. Turn around.
We got some.
They just keep dictating them, so.
I can't get over how adorable that
Another question.
Yes.
What
Dancing
was your
on rainbows.
scariest childhood movie?
Oh God.
Oh.
I can see that right now. Chucky.
Oh God, Child's Play.
I have to watch scary movies.
I just want to add, like, I am.
Whoa.
I am 16, so I'm gonna say earlier childhood.
And
Hey, you wasn't my dad.
I I was never here.
I would start probably Jurassic
Final. Never here.
I'm just asking.
I would have to say Jeepers Creepers.
You saw it as a kid?
Yes.
That was
The part that
terrifying.
made me cry and had nightmares was the very end where
Yes.
you had no eyes.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Okay, so
It's funny now.
Candyman.
No.
Okay, so my scariest movie, has anyone, I don't know the name of it, but has anyone seen that Harry Potter movie with the giant spider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chambers
Chambers
of Secrets.
So I saw that in the theater.
Arachnophobes' worst nightmare.
No, I had nightmares for like months. That was
the
so
giant spider was
scary.
hanging in your room?
Yes.
We went to go see the second Hobbit movie, and Zen, while we were sitting in the audience, and Zen was over there when the spiders came on. He's like,
And then also, awesome shirt, by the way, awesome shirt.
That shirt's amazing. I need to text Groot now. Text Groot. And always responds, I am Groot.
Oh, by the way, one point I wanted to bring up that I kind of forgot to say is shoes for cosplaying.
Please.
If you are going to do shoes for a new cosplay, break them in first. Do not buy shoes the day before a con and go and wear them because
your feet will be bleeding by the end of the night.
It's to the point
I
where
don't think an amendment to this.
literally all day yesterday, I was wearing my tennis shoes instead of heels because I killed them at the ball.
Hey, we have some extra chairs. I'm sorry, we weren't allowed to take any more chairs than this. You can always sit on the floor.
You know,
I can throw it back.
give me some.
Oh, speaking of shoes, I have to know this on my own costume.
What were you gonna say?
These are actually, what right here, you can barely see, these are, little tubing with, a light, a neon light
Hey,
going
guys.
through it.
Mind the camera.
Hold on.
Sorry. It's alright.
Yeah, I saw those.
These are actually shoelaces. They're actually longer than this. I had to cut it so that way then it won't fall down my leg. You loop through your shoe like this, like shoelaces. They're actually called shoelaces. What I did was I wanted to have light-up shoes. Of course, whenever you're adult, there is no light-up shoes.
Left, right.
Okay, yeah, you.
You wear sunglasses.
I'm sorry. So what I had to do was I had to take an ice pick and I had to find my old shoes because I know these are blue.
The
'cause I
pony
never
will be
have
flying
blue.
at you.
And I had to ice pick my shoes 20 times each and make sure I had to thread these through. Now, I had to break them in, like he said, because whenever I first put them on, they were hurting because, you know, whenever you break shoes and they're all flexible and comfy, and you're like, oh, it can't be that bad. But then you lace these through it and you're like, ow. So my problem is that I didn't have the money or the time to actually make the official light-up shoes with the strips. So I would suggest that when I'm is to go get like a 1-foot strip of LEDs and just string a D battery through it. Then that'll be a lot better than what I did. So if anyone wants to make light-up shoes, that's the idea to go. Don't do what I did. I just didn't have time. This took 5 months, so I didn't have time for this.
But yes, so big thing is make sure you break in your shoes.
And also, if you're going to be dancing, make sure you have comfortable shoes.
Yes.
Well, these look great for shining armor, because dress shoes. Oh dear God, my feet were killing me by the end of the night. I could not.
I was in heels that I've had for years.
Don't let flats fool you either, because that's what I wore, and flats were killing me by the end of the night because they had no
you want me to
support
tell the story of the balloon?
Yes.
And it's still
Another
united.
good thing you can do.
It's a year old and it still has air in it.
Okay, so yes, I made this a year ago at the last Crystal Fair Con, and it's still inflated.
Wow.
Magic.
This is
I
an
wonder how
heirloom.
long that thing's gonna last.
Probably another year.
It's an heirloom. Like this is the mascot of the con now.
Yes.
Well, at least of the crystal ball.
Get out.
That's crystal ball mascot.
And
Crystal ball balloon.
Yes.
Um,
Your demon balloon.
There's another good way you can do shoes
Chaos can
without
never
having
throw
to
well.
pay $60 for shoes you only wear once or twice a year. And that's basically make a little slip you put over your foot. I haven't done one of those yet, but I have seen the idea, and I find it is the smartest thing to do.
Also,
Because you can wear your comfy little tennis shoes, yet look like you're wearing boots.
Yes. And also dancing with cosplays. For those who are new to cosplay, if you've gone all out and elaborate with yourself with a bunch of accessories, don't do what happened to me last year and make the mistake of keeping your wings or horns and stuff like that. Take your accessories off. Make sure your cosplay will not cause you to overheat. Because one, you're going to break your accessories if you're dancing because you're not paying attention to how fast you're moving. And two, if you're wearing like a freaking blanket on your arm, you're going to be sweating.
I want to see someone dance
Also,
in an Iron
drink
Man
lots of
suit
water.
now.
Yes.
I've actually seen it.
Oh,
Last year at the
really?
ball,
That'd
we
be
had a
really
tiny
cool.
girl.
It was at a rave at one con. It was weird because they got
Michael,
This year.
Vinyl was talking.
For those of you who are wearing like a lot of stuff, like Megan,
No comment.
Discord, wearing a lot of clothing for your cosplay,
I'm sorry.
drink
I'm an
lots of
assassin.
water. And I mean that literally. It's not just a
Yes.
health thing, it's more of a you will feel like crap.
Yeah.
During it.
Just to lightly put it.
Zen last year, like he was explaining, he made the mistake of leaving his wings on and his accessories on, and what happened was
This wing ripped off.
that, and he ended up over next to the
Passed out
DJ
for a
booth,
while, yeah.
and we were force feeding him water because he was so dehydrated.
No, I was having an asthma attack.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
no,
remember
if you have like
That's what I
asthma or
remember.
something, make sure you have your inhaler.
Yes, that too.
Also be careful when you're having lots of fun because sometimes when you're having lots of fun and have lots of things to do, your body won't give you the signals that it usually does, like, hey, I'm hungry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like-
she
like,
never
it's just
passed
a
out at the end
Big
of the
con
ball.
roll, eat and drink.
And sleep.
And
Please,
sleep.
please,
I mean,
if you've got something elaborate on, like your skin and stuff like that, like for me, these eyebrows and this beard, I can't really full on shower too well. At least sponge bath for courtesy of everyone else. You know, that seems like a common sense thing to say to people, but there are those people who are
That's
like,
just a con rule of
Yeah, like,
shower.
there are those people who are like, oh, well, you know, it's a con, I'm gonna wear this same clothing for 3 days and not bathe.
No.
Don't do that, please.
You can tell when the person hasn't.
Like,
And
no,
if you're in a line, like for autographs, you got the one person in front of you who didn't shower. You got the person behind you who didn't shower. You're stuck in the middle of a funk sandwich.
no amount of Febreze and cologne will hide that con
That's
function.
what-
And I would just like to say, as they said twice already, but I'm not sure if you could tell, that smell is called confunk. We have a word for that.
Yeah.
Because it is
Because
so
it
common.
And as weird as this may seem, actually pack deodorant and keep it on your person at all times.
Can we go
Or
over?
perfume, but that won't do much.
That just covers it up.
Yeah, deodorant.
No, I was gonna say.
Like I said, that won't
can
do
we go
much, but
over
it's still better than
condoms
nothing.
and like the words condoers use that most people would not know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course.
So we're gonna just say some words that con people we use all the time. That like when I use them around my friends, they're like, "What is that? What is that? I don't know what con fallout is." Con fallout is what happens the day after con.
Also, conflict. Conflict.
Oh,
Conflict.
Conflict
Okay.
is what happens when
Conflict's
you're
not
touching
super
everything and you're not washing your hands, and at the end of it you get terribly sick and are stuck in bed, or even if you're not stuck in bed, you just feel terrible.
And
That
then
is also
conflict
usually
when
due
you're
to
sick
one
during the
idiot
thing.
who is sick and they come to the con anyway, and then they infect half of the rest of the con with their flu.
And
Yeah,
you know,
Great, now I got
Usually
Ebola.
Usually with big cons, like granted this con's kind of
there's
small,
a chair
so
over
the,
there and there's a chair over there.
with this con the risk of it is a little bit reduced since this con's a bit smaller, but bigger ones like
I have no
ASTL
idea
and
whose
Comic
this
Con,
is, so-
there will
Put it down.
always be that one person
That infects half
who
the
is
con.
sick but still comes anyways.
And infects half the con.
The doctor is here.
So be careful who you shake hands with and be careful who you hug.
Sorry,
Thanks,
thanks
Chris.
again, you guys.
Don't forget about
what
the
they
CD.
can do
Like,
After you bring hand sanitizer, after you shake someone's hand, just
and if your character happens to be one of those excessive compulsive hand cleaning people, well then that just works for your cosplay.
yes, like
Cosplay
Death
monk,
Note.
you will not get sick.
No.
Somebody should cosplay.
I can't wash my hands in
Like-
those. I
like-
actually take this
Bye-bye.
Same here. Same here. I'm wearing gloves
Since
and
there's
the whole
so many
shebang.
people in the cosplay panel, I'm thinking maybe let the guys ask a question to us individually for a little bit.
I always leave that at home by my scorpion.
There's one more word I want to cover real quick.
Sure.
I want to cover the word masquerade. Because
Yes.
people who don't go to anime conventions or even like video game conventions or ArtCon, for example.
any kind of convention, basically.
Yeah, but some people would refer to it as a costume contest, but convention slang is masquerade. I have no idea how this started, but that basically means costume. Do you know how it
I can
started?
give you a bit of history on that. Costumes appeared as early as the first Worldcon, dating back when Forrest Ackerman and a friend of his showed up in costume.
What year?
1939.
Oh God.
And as it went on, costuming continued to be a thing. And eventually they started holding like costume dances that were masquerade balls in the more traditional sense. And then someone got the idea of having prizes for the best costume. So then, they started having costume walk-ons and awards ceremonies at these masquerades. And then the masquerade dance ball part sort of fell away, and the costume contest part
Became its own thing.
took prominence. But the name masquerade has stuck.
Thank you for that history,
That is
because
very good.
I bet like
Very
half the
knowledgeable.
people here had
That's
no
cool.
clue why it was called masquerade.
That's great.
Derpy got some smarts.
Yeah, very smart.
My catch?
Derpy
not born
it up.
yesterday.
Derpy, want to catch?
Catch. Is
That's
that like a love child between Shining Armor and Cadence?
Right,
Okay.
so do we have any questions for like any specific
If
one
that
of
was
us?
if that was
Or all of
Cadence
us,
and
I
or all of
guess.
us.
Shining Armor's
How
child
come there's
should be a
no
unicorn.
contest here? So
Because we
upset
didn't
about
have-
yesterday.
Because we didn't have time nor the people to judge it, sadly.
No, they were all saying it's for kids only, and I'm thinking, what? When did this happen?
See, I don't know what happened with that. What the impression I got
See,
when I was
what
watching
happened-
it was
Don't-
that we were
You've been
like the adults were supposed to like put on a contest for the kids to watch. I don't.
No, they told
I
me,
wanna
oh,
see a
it's kids
reenactment
only. I'm
between
thinking,
one of
what?
yours.
I worked 5 months on this for nothing?
But let's stop discussing about that because that seems to be a touchy.
That is
Well, I was just wondering what happened yesterday, because I only got like half
We don't-
answers.
No one
We
knows.
don't
People on the
We're-
panel aren't in charge.
Yeah.
Where's
They're
my?
not in charge of it.
So those.
I don't know where my magic
No,
class is, but it's
like
a
me and
mystery.
Jane, we organized the crystal ball, but that was all we organized was the crystal ball. Only thing I
So that's all we knew.
I partially organized the Who's line, like not so much. Jane did that more. The only thing I really organized was dissing with Discord.
Yeah.
Usually panelists, that's one thing. A lot of people tend to think panelists know everything that's going on in the con.
We don't.
The
We
con
know
staff
what
knows
no
like
idea.
our panels.
The
and
concept
that's
doesn't
it.
know what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes con staff run panels, but panelists are not always con staff.
Yeah. Your best bet is to, like, if you're really confused and really want to know something about a panel, if it's not the panel itself, ask con staff because that's your best bet.
Because when I helped run a convention called TeenCon, that was a teens-only convention.
Is there like an age restriction for like what adults are
It
allowed
was
in?
from
Yes, I was
the
allowed
library.
in.
Everyone thought she was a teenager.
Yeah, anyway.
24.
By the way, good example of cosplay. Check it out.
Those feet.
I
love how
He's out keepers out.
Okay, how do you prefer it first?
He said he got them from Ren Fair.
Really?
I can see it. I've been to enough Ren fairs and I've seen enough.
I want to see one of you reenact a character, like your best reenactor.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay, I'm Cadence.
I still love that picture, I'm sorry. I had
And I
to do
apologize.
it. It was 3 in the morning, but I had to do it.
I want to
My name is Pinkie Pie, and I like candy and parties and yay! Balloons!
Tranquilizer gun.
Sugar rush.
That might slow her down a
Hey,
bit.
Shining, I heard they were selling corn dogs just down the street.
Corn dogs. I love corn dogs. Hey, where's Twilight?
Where does the whole corn dog thing come from?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, that actually came from the parody "Friendship is Witchcraft." They decided to make Shining Armor obsessed with corn dogs, and I started it to bug Mandy. Just because in that there's this whole weird relationship between Shining Armor and Twilight. They're adopted in this one. He's adopted. They're not related, so it's okay. There's this whole thing of him having this disturbing obsession with corn dogs.
Oh God!
And I just started doing it to bug Mandy, and it just turned into something that everyone asks me to do.
And now I do this whole Hey guys, for the last 5 minutes of this actual panel, we're going to do in-character questions, so ask us as our characters, and we will answer them.
This is turning
Why
is your headphones off?
What?
Why are your headphones off?
What? I'm sorry.
You're a
hold on.
brony fan person. You're a
What?
brony.
Why are your headphones off?
I'm sorry, I had earplugs in. I didn't need headphones. Plus the cord's broken.
You have Bluetooth earbuds.
Vinyl,
It's not Bluetooth anymore. What?
why do you annoy Octavia so much?
Because it's fun.
Simple.
Where's your bass cannon?
In the shop.
What happened to it?
Let's see.
It wasn't my fault.
Remember what happened at your last party?
Oh.
The tumble?
Oh.
Yeah, everybody fell on top of it. Broke about 3 circuits in the subwoofer. It'll be fixed next week.
Chrysalis, when will you get your revenge on Celestia?
I don't know. I'm still having to rebuild after Twilight came to save those silly little cutie marker savers.
And I think she's
I mean,
still
what's
upset
your
at me.
What's your favorite color? I would have to say black.
I can answer questions as either Shining Armor or Neon Lights.
Anybody?
Questions is.
I'm not gonna.
Why'd you chuck your wife off that mountain?
What?
Not mountain, it was on the balcony.
What did I miss all of a sudden?
Oh!
That was the Crystal Empire. You were gone.
Excuse me, but this is news to me, and you're the one who invited me down here.
Yeah, you were gone at the
How
time.
come you didn't have a stronger will against Chrysalis?
Hey,
Because
she was
sexy.
she was impersonating my wife, and she kept giving me corn dogs.
Seriously, all you have to do to get that man to do anything is give him a corn dog or two. He's not easy to bribe.
Okay, now wait, which one's my wife?
Can I put my I'm Cadence.
There's
Oh,
three of
God.
this one.
Okay, marriage happening now.
I ship it.
OTVs from anywhere.
Wow, I guess Cadence has a new one to add to her shipping closet.
Really perfect.
So you're the reenactment of Cadence, right?
I can pass apples.
Down, Flutterbat.
I think this is apple flavored.
I'll give you an iPhone to munch on later.
When Rainbow Dash was fixing the mayor's house, you kind of messed it up. Did you apologize later?
Of course they
Actually, that was a
apologize.
town
They
hall.
didn't mean to. Sometimes things just happen,
You
and I
don't
just
know
don't know what went wrong.
It sounds like a destructive force I need to take use of.
I believe it's because you were trying to build a foundation out of muffins.
How do you feel about Spike stomping on your family's
I'm
farm?
gonna be getting you a banana nut
Say that
muffin
again.
later.
Yay!
How do you feel about Spike stomping on your family's farm?
That was not an okay thing to do.
He knows! He knows!
That was not an okay thing to do. I'm not sure. If Twilight wasn't around, we would have had a serious talk. More cupcakes.
Spike went kind of crazy and nuts.
On a scale from 1 to 10, what's your favorite color of the alphabet?
Banana.
So well with that princess who's so adored nowadays.
I thought you liked Fluttershy.
Yes, I
Last I checked, he's reformed.
Cupcake
I'm the only villain here who seems to keep being a villain.
What about
The
King?
rest don't go to turn tail.
Die.
kind and loving queen.
You're a kind and loving queen that only wanted to feed her kingdom.
Which none of them understand that.
I know the master
You
Queen
are a good
Chrysalis.
leader.
Even though they never understand that.
I know a perfect master Queen Chrysalis, King Sombra.
He's dead.
No, King
Dead,
Sombra
and I
played
have
second
this
fiddle to
little
Gak,
bulb.
okay?
We all have
I just think you misplaced her this weekend.
We all have a nickname for King Sombra now. If you ever see a King Sombra, you have to call him Stairs.
Yes.
Or Gak, because
Gak,
he
but
played
the
second
last
fiddle
time
to
we're
Gak
around,
in that.
King Stairs. King Stairs.
Stairs.
King Gat. I like stairs.
What do all these words make? Yeah, time's up, guys. Thank you for coming.
All these squares make a circle.
What did you say?
All these squares make a circle. I was wondering what all these
If you want candy before you go, right here, you need to go to the
All these squares make a circle.